Cher here, and this is my first ever song review. Now, I'm gonna be honest, when I was first thinking about what to do for song reviews, I was a little lost, because I want to talk about some new songs, because now we're in the middle toward the end of 2017, but I also wanted to talk about some old songs that I found to be extremely ridiculous. So, in the end, I decided that for modern pop songs that are on the radio, they're gonna be song reviews, and for those old songs that I want to do, they're gonna be more of an analysis. Like, maybe lyrics analysis, not much, just an overall review, but just to talk about maybe why that song is bad. I'm just gonna wing it with the song that's #1 on the Billboard charts right now. Speaking of winging it, what the living heck is going on in the music industry? Apparently, the only way that Latin American pop music can get onto the mainstream nowadays is adding a Canadian onto the remix. Now, don't get me wrong, I actually don't hate the remix, even though that's the only thing I hear on the USA radio. And I tried searching Latin pop stations, but not even the original is played that often. My opinions on which version is better is clear. It's the original. But I guess for my first music review, I have to discuss why I think the remix is nothing in comparison to the original. But before we get to compare the original to the remix, let's talk about the good stuff of this song. As far as the overall summer style jam is concerned, I'm so glad we have something upbeat for once, because this entire summer has been nothing but full of dark shit that's become completely unnecessary. Actually, I think the 2010s is turning into the decade of something I think I should start calling apocalypse pop. Everyone seems to be acting like it's the end of the world or something like that. And, well, after the past year's certain events, I shouldn't be so shocked. Regardless, it doesn't kill anybody to have something more uplifting, especially for a season when children and college students are away from school, don't you think? Other than I'm the one, that's what I like, there's nothing holding me back, or even something as stupid as Body Like a Back Road, Despacito is probably the truest summer hit that we've had so far. I mean, it's been at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 27 motherfucking weeks. 27! So basically, until the next giant hit comes along, Despacito is going to stay at #1 for a very, very long while. So much so that even Billboard is predicting that it's going to be the hit song next week and the week after that. DJ Khaled's new song, Wild Thoughts, does not even come close to the popularity Despacito has right now. So if you haven't guessed already, this song is about our favorite topic in the whole wide world, isn't it? 2250. But if there's one thing about Latin pop that I'd be completely amiss by not talking about, if you thought American pop songs can get dirty, Latin pop songs are, for lack of a better term, blunt. Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito, firma las paredes de tu laberinto. Damn! Hey, at least ask me out to dinner first. At least when it's sung by Fonsi, it's fine. But when Justin sings, Despacito, quiero desnudarte a besos despacito, firmo las paredes de tu laberinto. Again, it sounds like he has no idea what the hell he just said. And this is the type of guy who wants to fuck every single girl he has in his music videos. In fact, Justin makes this tropical jam a lot more boring and unmeaningful. Come and move that in my direction. So thankful for that, it's such a blessing, yeah. My sunrise on the darkest day got me feeling some kind of way. Justin's verse, if I could even call it that, is so dull that this could not even be in the song in the first place and nothing would change about it. Also, you can tell in this version that Justin doesn't want to be there, especially when he's singing in Spanish. Don't believe me? Watch this live clip of Justin trying to sing the Spanish lyrics live. Despacito. I don't know the words, so I say poquito. I don't know the words, so I say dorito. This is what happens when you force someone who doesn't speak Spanish into a Spanish song. They don't give a fuck. So how does that compare to the original version's first verse? Well, for one thing, it's shorter because where Justin started his verse in the remix actually replaced the shoutouts or random words that were there in the original. Sí, sabes que ya llevo un rato mirándote. Tengo que bailar contigo hoy. Vi que tu mirada ya estaba llamándome. Muéstrame el camino que yo voy. Okay, this is where I'm wrong, and I will say that Justin's verse is better, because at least it's catchier. Though Justin's beginning verse is a little off-putting, at least people can sing to it without feeling off rhythm. This one, even though it connects to Luis's part, or the second part better, it's kinda flat. The chorus just remains the same because it's the same person, or because it's the same lyrics being sung the whole entire time. Except for the remix, it's Justin Bieber, and the original, it's Luis Fonsi. When it comes to the verse, though, because one's in English and one's in Spanish, you'd think that the lyrics would be the same. Not exactly. The English translation takes the bridge on a more literal approach. This is how we do it down in Puerto Rico. I just wanna hear you screaming, ay bendito. I can go forever cuando esté contigo. I found this a little too literal, but because it's the remix for the United States, I guess it makes sense. The original Spanish version, however... Vamos a hacerlo en una playa en Puerto Rico, hasta que las olas griten, ay bendito, para que mi sello se quede contigo. At least it adds a little more imagination to what's going on. Yes, I'm saying that the English version is boring. So if I had to rate both versions of the song on a 1 to 10 scale, I would say that the original version deserves a 7 out of 10. It's catchy, has a nice beat, it matches the theme of summer, which it was released at. Plus, because it's a sex song, of course the lyrics are going to be, well, you know, about the you-know-what, but I really don't care, it's just background noise. However, when it comes to the remix version, I would have to drop it to a 5 out of 10, because as much as I hate to say it, and I know I made a top 13 video about this guy, Justin does make this song a little bit worse. Despacito. I don't know the words, so I say poquito. So there should be a lesson learned that if Latin pop songs are gonna make it to the American radio, please don't make ridiculous English translations or just add an English-speaking guest verse into it. Like, have we had enough? Also, I find it a lot more depressing that, by a huge margin, the original version has a motherload ton more views than the actual remix audio. I wish I could say that there's some sort of scientific observation as to whether original versions or remixes are more superior than one another, but from my experience, there really is no correlation, because sometimes the original could be bad and the remix is better, but sometimes the original is fine just the way it is and the remix makes it worse. Like, it's just the luck of the cards, I guess. And for this case, the remix really did flop in comparison to the original song. So in my opinion, if you really want to listen to good Latin pop music, please listen to Despacito without Justin Bieber. Or else we're gonna have another controversy about Justin Bieber being a Latin king. Anyway, that's my first ever song review. If you guys liked that video, prove it by hitting the like button below the screen. Also, if you have your own opinions about Despacito or have any pop songs that you would like me to talk about, be sure to share your opinions and suggestions in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, check out the rest of my channel. Subscribe for some new fun content. Also, don't forget to check out my social media, which all of it is in the description box below. I'm Cher, and it's been real. Bye-bye!